You are listening to a Reverie original podcast. Please download the Reverie app to get the best in queer film, TV series, music, and podcasts. Stream out loud.
Hello and welcome to Podcast of Color. That's Podcast of Color where 4 trash bags of color come together to make some sense of this little old world we living in, honey child.
Amen.
So, amen. Hallelujah. Yes. Shout out that.
Amen.
Shout out
Amen.
So for this week, I'm the hee-haw huntress as usual. The freezing hee-haw huntress, once again. Who are you two
I
all?
thought you said you were Frieza, and I was very proud of you for making an anime reference.
What is Frieza?
Do you know who that is?
Who's that? No. I heard that before, but I don't know
God.
who it is.
Dragon Ball Z!
Yeah. Did you Google it, John?
Oh, I hate it. I've always hated Dragon Ball Z.
What?
Yeah, I've never been able to get into Dragon Ball Z. Ever.
I'm surprised. That's like everyone's...
Why are you surprised?
That's where everyone starts. That's like everyone's stepping stone is Dragon Ball Z or Sailor Moon, one of the two.
I honestly did not know this when we started the show together.
Does this change how you feel about me?
Well, I'm just letting the listeners know that this was... I was not aware of this information. Just letting you know. So everything that we have said before this moment, just, I wasn't aware of that. Just, wow. Okay, I'm Raheem and I'm shocked.
I'm John and, after I get all 7... Oh wait, how many are there? Are there 12 Raheem or 7 balls?
The Dragon Ball... There's 7, John.
Oh, okay, 7. After I get all
actual balls.
After I get all 7, I wish for everyone's water to be clear forever.
You said that everyone's water to burst?
To be clear.
Oh. Okay. Can you imagine all the waters on Earth just burst at the same time?
Oh my God.
Actually, no.
What does that mean?
Everyone that's pregnant goes into labor at the same time.
Oh, okay. I thought this was another Dragon Ball Z. Right?
Oh.
I was like, what? Who? What? They got water?
No. Y'all niggas
is it magical water? Is it dragon water?
Dragon water? Okay. No.
My only issue with Dragon Ball Z is that, like, when they become the next level, they are blonde hair, blue eyes. You know what I mean?
Girl.
Like.
But you stand Sailor Moon, who's also blonde hair, blue eyes. So what's the?
Yeah, but I mean, she when you're Super Saiyan, you turn into like
when you're
a
what
white person, a Super Saiyan.
Did he mispronounce?
No. I just didn't hear him. That's sorry.
Oh.
I know.
Is it Saiyan or Saiyan?
I said it with attitude. I'm sorry, but
is it a what?
Is it a Saiyan or a Scion?
It's a seance.
Wait, no, stop.
Seance.
Super seance.
Oh my God! Can someone do Beyonce as a Super Saiyan, please? That's all I need. Thank you.
I don't know how to do that.
No, we don't need her to be blonde hair and blue eyes.
She already has.
She's already blonde
hair. It's not like platinum blonde.
He don't even know what Beyonce is.
I know. Oh my God! I'm just saying, it's not like Super Saiyan blonde.
Some of y'all never watched Lemonade, and it shows.
Lord Jesus, have you seen Beyonce at any point in her career since 1997?
So a listener, actually, I forgot to tell you guys, a listener sent me a DM, and it was on Jeopardy, a clip of Jeopardy.
Oh,
and it was like.
Was it the formation question?
No, it was like Jay-Z and Beyonce came out with the album
under this name.
And she was like
Bay-Z.
Bay-Z? And someone said that was me, and I was like, oh my God,
that is me. You should be ashamed.
Piping tea.
But I know it's the Carters. I know that much. Anyway, what is the question of color is what the people really want to know.
Okay, so I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like we've done this before, but we're just going to do it again, I guess. What is the best and worst purchase you've ever made?
I'll go first.
Mm-hmm.
Chuvada.
For which
It's
one?
The best or the worst?
That's the best purchase I've ever made.
Oh, okay. You just said you was like,
You're like, we don't know.
It's a 2-option question.
Like, you could have been allergic to PrEP. Like, we don't know.
We don't know.
Oh, that's true. I should have clarified. Yes, it is the best. I was having some like really weird symptoms at first. Like, it would make me drowsy, and I got like night sweats. That's like kind of rare, but also you just kind of have to write it out. And then afterwards, I was good. So now I'm good.
Damn. Well, I'm sorry. What was the worst purchase?
That sounds like the plague.
Wait, what?
What was the worst purchase?
Shit.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Come back. I didn't think about that yet. Come back to me.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't think about that second half of the question.
I was mostly thinking about the good things.
Aww. Shall I go next, or do you want to go, Ricky?
I'll go.
Okay.
So my best purchase was my 35 millimeter lens that I got with my financial aid money in college, but I paid it back. Hi, government. I love you. I do pay my loans. And eventually, and the worst purchase I've ever made was actually this. Okay, so when I was straight, or when I was in the closet, and when I thought I was straight, on the day that Beyonce announced that she was pregnant with Blue Ivy, I know for some reason I remember this specifically because it happened on that day, like right as we were driving back. We were visiting my friend from UCI, and my other friend and I, and so it was 3 of us, and we decided to do this weird straight men pact thing where we all bought a sex toy together. And
whoa,
yeah, and so mine was this thing called like the head honcho, and like it. Ooh. Do you know what that is? You sound familiar.
No, it sounds like the head honcho. It sounds like it's a good one.
It was intense. But the gag is that like I like okay. So I put it in one of my camera boxes because I was scared of like, anyone finding it. Mm-hmm. That was in my garage, and I think like I came home one weekend from college, like from my dorm or whatever, and I like put it on like my dresser or something like that. I put it somewhere, like, but again, no one really touched my camera boxes. Left, came back, gone.
What? Your mom?
I don't know what happened to it. And when I say left, like I left for like a week, came back, and it was gone. Like I left it like on the top of my closet or something like that, and it was gone. And like I think she found it, and I think that's why she called me, like partially why she called me and was like, so are you a faggot? I mean, she didn't say that, but so to this day, I don't know what happened with it, and I think about it every single day, and like it just looms over my head that one day someone is going to call me and be like, so what the fuck is this? What is this about? And I'm terrified to have that conversation. So I regret buying it because it's a constant source of anxiety in the back of my head.
Okay, and wait, that was the best or the worst purchase?
That was the worst.
The best is his lens.
And the best was the lens.
Oh, right. Sorry.
That I bought with financial aid money that I did pay back to the government.
My best purchase.
Here she go.
What are we laughing?
Would be travel.
Oh.
And
darling, of course.
Because I've said many times, it taught me a lot about myself. So yes, that was my best purchase. My worst purchase was this like pull-up bar because I've never lived in an expensive enough apartment where the door frames don't come off.
Oh no!
When I was still living in LA, I was like, I didn't even test it out, so I just like put the pull-up bar on there and I just started doing pull-ups. And let me tell you, I fell to the floor and was covered in like dust, like in the I don't know what that kind of dust is called, but the dust that like is in between wood
sawdust
buildings. Huh? Yeah, sawdust. There we go. And I was covered in it, and Mark like was in the living room. I was in the doorway. You remember how like
yes,
the doorway was was right next to the bathroom. So I did it in that doorway, and Mark was like sitting on the couch. You know how the couch is like facing away.
Yes.
So he like leans over behind the couch and like starts cracking up. And like, I think he even like fell on the beanbag that was behind the couch. It was a mess.
He was probably like, "What the fuck?"
He was dying. And I was just like, "Sis, I could have died."
But did you?
Okay. But I could have. Okay, that's the most important factor here. I could have passed away. And you sitting here, I could have asbestos.
Wait.
I don't know. Like, nigga, that could have been like, what?
Who says that?
Shit. I say that. That's why I said it. So, anyway, I think that's going to cover us for the question of color this week.
Ooh, okay, cover us in the blood. Father God.
Oh, unless...
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, did you think of the last part, John?
He didn't.
I actually did. I did.
Ooh, well, shut my mouth.
Well,
what is it?
I forgot the name and the brand of it, which doesn't help very much because I wanted to sort of make a PSA out of it. But one of the I don't know how to call them, like the 3-piece douches that you buy at the sex shops.
What?
Like,
I didn't know about
3-piece.
Yeah, like you can change out the nozzles.
I thought you were talking about a 3-piece suit, bitch.
Yeah, I have 3-piece. No, when do I ever use a 3-piece? No, I don't wear.
A 3-piece fleet for the fancy girl.
No, but there's some of them that change the nozzles and like the material it's made out of, like some sort of plastic or rubber. Like it, I don't understand that material. Like, because you have to put lube on it before you go up, and I'm like, what's the point of that? Like, why don't you guys just use a non-stick material so it doesn't stick to your body? I was gonna say walls, but so it doesn't stick to your body. I'm just saying, and I really wish I knew the name and brand of it so I could like tell other people don't get it because it's not helpful. Like it hurts, and I don't want to hurt right before.
Have you like left an Amazon review or like a Yelp review or like a product review on the website?
I just like used it twice and I threw it away. I was like, I don't know why I spent money on this. It was like $50.
Wait, when did you throw it away? Like this week? Did trash pickup happen?
Why? You want me to go look for it?
Is that possible?
No, I can't look for it.
Oh, okay. Well, so with that, we're gonna move on. All right.
Hello and welcome back to Minutes of Color. So, where shall we begin? I guess we can start with my shame. We don't have to start with why I'm ashamed of it. We can just start with the topic at hand. So a story came out about Danielle Bregoli, aka Bad Baby.
What the hell? She get it, check everybody lit. Get it, check everybody read.
Her songwriter. Okay, let me let y'all do y'all thing.
No, you're good. Sorry.
Oh no, I just wanted to say, like, for people who don't remember who she is, she's the girl from Dr. Phil who was like.
I think that's what he was going to say. Sorry, I was.
I'm so sorry, Baze. Go ahead.
Sorry, no, you're good. I actually wasn't going to say that because I just assumed that everybody knows who she is.
I don't think everybody knows who she is. So yeah,
you're probably right. Yeah, the little Cash Me Outside girl.
Yeah, she's a Cash Me Outside girl. Okay.
How about that?
Yeah.
So there's a story came out recently about her writer, Brittany Barber, who's a talented songwriter, according to OKPlayer.com.
And our ears.
And Well, I don't know. I just like this one song, so I don't know about the other songs that she's done. But apparently, she's very talented. She's born and raised in Compton. Basically, she says, this paragraph says, Brittany describes Danielle as her little sister, recalling a time when Danielle almost tried to test her. The result was Brittany grabbing her by the hair and reminded her she was really from the hood. From that day forward, Danielle had learned her lesson. A mirror reminder that Brittany is deeply rooted in the city of Los Angeles.
Period. She said, little girl, I'm not Dr. Phil. Or your mama.
The fact that she grabbed her by her ponytail, like that girl only wears ponytails. She wants to be Ariana Grande so bad. And she grabbed her by it and said, listen here, little one. She grabbed her by her ponytail like it was a leash.
A leash.
And she said, heel. She said, heel.
What is it? What do white boys do when they grab white girls by the ponytail? What do they say? It's like yaga or whatever the fuck. And then remember,
I don't understand that. What the fuck is that about?
I don't know, but I love that video where that black girl slapped the shit out of him for doing that shit to her.
Oh yeah, that was so. She knocked him out.
That's what I picture her doing to Danielle. Like,
wait, Baze, you've never seen that video?
No, yaga.
Yeah, this guy, I think they're in the library or cafeteria, and these girls are sitting, in a row, and he, goes down the row and, pulls all their hair, and they're all white girls, and by the time he gets to this black girl, she gets up, and she, slaps the shit out of this guy, and he, falls down, and it's so loud,
Here, I'm gonna play it so you can hear it, because you can hear a lot.
Ooh. I mean, I felt that.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but I felt it.
My favorite comment was she slapped him with all of the strength of the slaves or something like that. Oh man. But yeah. Sorry, continue the story. Bad Bobby.
No, I mean, that was it to that story. I just thought it was a cute little anecdote.
Did you hear the verse?
Really? Huh?
Did you hear the verse?
Well, I listened to her new song.
What did you think?
I had thoughts. I'm very embarrassed to share those thoughts, but she has a new song called Babyface Savage featuring Tory Lane. Basically, the entirety of my workout yesterday was listening to that song. That got me through almost 30 minutes of high intensity cardio on a treadmill.
Ooh, Chile.
I don't know what it was about, I don't know what it is about high speed rapping, but I live for it. I live for it. I could never do it ever. You could put a sentence in front of me and tell me to read it as fast as I could over and over again, and I would never be able to do what she did on that record. Now, do I think that, I mean, she obviously didn't write the rap, so she's not a writer or whatever, but I just think her delivery was amazing. I was floored. I mean, she enunciated more than Ariana Grande.
Oh no.
When she was spitting, and I was like, bitch, how you rapping so fast and I can still understand what you're saying for the most part. I love Ariana. I'm not coming for Ariana. I'm just saying.
I mean, facts are facts.
So it just was very interesting to me. I was very shook. I was so shook.
I was shaken.
I had shookitis, and then I was also shooketh.
I was shook. I was shook on fleek. Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was shook. Oh my god.
I was shook ass.
Yeah.
Though. Ass.
Yeah.
Shakespearean shook.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I was genuinely shook. I could not believe that I was bopping to this shit slaps. I could not.
Whore,
but
that's tea.
I'm over here short circuiting. I can't believe that I'm listening to the Cash Me Outside girl and enjoying it.
I almost died when you said it was the entirety of your gym workout, because I had that on like a Twitter video on like loop. So like I had it like sitting like on my like leg when I was doing like the chest workouts and stuff, and I was so embarrassed, but I was getting my life. Like,
yes,
she was going off. I was sitting here like exactly what you were thinking. I understood almost every single word she was saying. And like, I knew she didn't write it. Like, okay, like she's literally like, oh yeah, there's no way. But my God, like the way in which she was rapping that shit. I mean, dare may I? You know what? Let me not do that.
What was you gonna do? What was you gonna do?
Not
say it.
No, listen. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not.
Text it.
Not
Text it. Text it.
What's happening?
I'm not trying
to. He was gonna say something. I think he was gonna make a comparison to somebody.
I'm not trying to upset any fan base.
So in tech, girl, send it to the group chat.
Oh yeah,
send it to the group
some
chat.
things are left for the group chat.
Send it right now.
I am. Can I type, bitch?
Okay.
We're doing a show. Fuck.
Okay. NTO Who? That was just a bob. Did you hear it, John?
I have not. What is the name of the song so I can Google it? Or do I just Google Bad Bobby?
Babyface. I mean, you could do that too, but it's Babyface Savage.
It's called Babyface Savage?
Do we have the clearance to play it on air?
No.
Okay.
Oh, bitch.
I'm not.
That's not the direction I thought you was going in, and I think it was better. It was smart for you to
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I think everyone already knows what you're referring to.
Death threats.
Yeah.
He would have had some death threats if he had said that on the air. Anyway. Yes, John, you should definitely check out this song.
She's not black, so John will know it by next week.
Well, she's not a black woman, so it'd be easy for him to support
a black woman.
Wow,
just be aware.
It is.
A black woman did write it, so if you listen to it, you are supporting one. Just letting you know.
True, but he's okay as long as the face of it isn't a black woman.
I was just trigger warning him.
What is the next?
He doesn't support Sia through Beyonce. So,
wow.
Just saying.
Next topic.
Next question. See ya.
So did you see that the Claremont? So you know the Claremont twins and how one of the girls, Shanae, or I don't know.
Yeah, Young Miami.
One of those sisters. Huh?
I said Young Miami.
What?
Right? Oh, not
Claremont sisters.
Not City Girls.
I'm sorry. I was
like,
sorry.
Qua? I know somebody who does like who says twat instead of what. She's just like twat. Anyway, the Claremont sisters were embroiled in a
Come on, vocab.
Not murder, I guess. It was more like fraud. Because the guy died, but technically, like, nobody's holding them responsible for the death. But Shannon, I think, is I think the one that it was. Is it Sinead or Shannon? I don't know. It's one of these girls. Scammed a rich old white man, and he died. And she was seen leaving his hotel, stole his credit cards, used to pay her bills, bought some flights, bought some, like, high-end luxury brands. Mm-hmm. As you do, she was charged with fraud. Her trial is actually being put on hold because her lawyer also represents El Chapo.
What?
Wow.
What?
Yes. So homegirl's getting off, is what I'm thinking.
Girl. How? Who's the lawyer? Because he just loves scammers. Like, he hires. I'm a messy lawyer that lives for fraud. Like, wow.
Look, they're redistributing the wealth, okay? And he's just an anti-capitalist at heart.
I can see him going into his meetings with clients and be like, okay, sis, what's the tea? Did you do it? Like, he loves the mess.
I'm dead.
He was doing.
Because I was sitting up here watching seeing them on Instagram, like they keep coming up on my Explore page. I'm like, when is this girl going to jail? Like, wasn't she arrested?
Like, for real?
I like that happened months ago.
Did she hire Annalise Keating? What's going on? Like, who is her lawyer?
I was like, what is happening? And now I know she's represented by the same guy as El Chapo.
Damn.
So
wait, and that's probably fraud money that she's using to pay him.
Probably. Woo! Or she fucking somebody who's paying for it.
Man, I wish I was that far and I could just, oh man.
You can be. We all can be. It's all bought and paid for. I realize it. I've been realizing the more I've been looking through Instagram, and actually John sent me a Insta person too the other day, and I was
Insta person.
The more I look at Instagram, the more I realize I'm not just ugly or even regular looking. I just don't have money. These girls all be getting they get their jawlines done, they get their noses done, they get their cheekbones done, they get their eyes done.
Everything.
They get everything done. They on steroids.
All
they got
expenses is paid
They got butt implants. They got pec implants. They got ab implants. They got everything implanted or steroided up. And that's and it costs money to do that.
Yeah. I was just having this conversation with one of my friends, you can't just look at these people and think, oh my God, they're so beautiful. Well, it's they got work done, and not that
discourse. Isn't this discourse?
You're right. I'll save it.
But that's not a bad thing. I'm not hating.
No, I'm not hating it either.
Too when I get some money,
I'm just saying you can't compare yourself because these people have the resources to look like that.
Exactly.
They just don't wake up and walk out of bed and their butt is all nice and their jaw lines all.
No.
And this is all before Facetune, because niggas be doing all that and then be photoshopping their pictures on top of it.
Right. They get worked up, they get their jaw fixed, and then they Facetune it after. What?
Yeah. They turn on, what's that thing, John, that turns on the contrast? Not contrast, but it's that other thing that people be turning up too high sometimes.
The highlight? I don't know.
No, the thing that makes your body look more defined, but people turn it up too high sometimes.
The clarity thing.
The structure sharpening.
It is called the clarity function on Visco.
I'm about to look it up. Yeah, it's also on Snapseed.
Snapseed? What is that?
Yeah, I love Snapseed. I'm all about Snapseed. It's called structure.
Yeah, that's why it says structure. Okay.
When they put the structure up too high.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, so don't feel bad about yourself. You're not ugly, you're just poor, girl. That's all.
They have all these, what did she say? The top 20 winners will get flued out. All expenses is paid for. See, they have all their expenses paid for. We don't.
Right.
Exactly.
That's why.
Mm. Actually, some of them are in debt too. But that's some tea for another day.
Oh my God. Imagine if I went into debt over Instagram.
Well, no, Sorry. It's a lifestyle. It's not just their Instagram. It's
yeah, they getting free shit. They getting money, girl.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing. But anyway, but yeah, that guy that you sent me, John. Woo, child. Ooh. But it makes me think. Also, it makes me realize, sometimes I'd be editing my pictures, not editing my body, but editing the lighting and stuff and shadowing and stuff. And I'm damn, does this look too airbrushed and too fake? And then I'm I go on people's Instagram and they have hundreds of thousands of likes and their face looks like a cartoon. It looks like it was drawn by Walt Disney himself. And I'm wait. And y'all like this. So I'm just well, what am I doing? And then I have a picture that I think is looks really, really airbrushed. It's me in front of the Arc de Triomphe. Uh-huh. And I feel it looks super weird, odd. And I didn't like it when I posted it, but I was just whatever, I'll just post it. And it got a lot of likes. So I was just y'all don't care about fake shit. Let me just be fake.
People like the fantasy, it's sometimes people's realities aren't that great, so they like to go on things and just look at fantasy stuff. And
Paramore knew in their iconic song "Brick by Boring Brick," in the bridge, she says, and I quote, "So you build up a world of magic because your real life is tragic. Yeah, you build up a world of magic."
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Come on, inflection. Yeah, that's why. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just learn not tech. What's that stuff? I'm gonna learn CGI or computer generating. What's it called?
Animation.
I'm gonna just build up a person. Animation. I'm gonna just build up a person on the computer.
Yeah. Wait.
Look like something.
Okay, that's a discourse. Wait, that's a whole discourse. Did you guys know that there's supermodels that are not real people?
Oh yeah, girl. Oh,
and it's the first supermodel in the world. They made this like black woman, and then they made this black guy.
Yeah,
we talked about it on the show, right?
Yeah, did we?
I think we did.
They get like free clothes and free and they're just not even real people. But we gotta talk about that another.
And like Rihanna had like posted it and like didn't realize and like all this stuff. Like it was a whole thing. I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, well listen, shut my mouth. Let me go ahead and do that. Get that money. Get that money, honey.
Get that bag.
Everybody stay healthy. This is another part of the Minutes of Color. Just stay healthy because, you know, the devil is out here. He's trying to get us with this cold. And I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I'm trying to like keep myself inoculated. Is that the word that I'm looking for?
You're talking to John, right?
I don't know what he's trying to say.
I'm trying to keep myself healthy, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm like loaded up on like that emergency. You know, I'm trying to like drink a lot of tea. Mm-hmm. And I'm just trying, but I'm already like, I'm feeling like a little drowsy, like a little weak, and I don't like that. Everyone's sick around me. Everyone at work, everyone. Like, it's ugly out here in New York City. It's cold. So just stay healthy, y'all. Drink y'all emergency. Please please use a lot of hand sanitizer. Don't be touching stuff after you coughed into your hand. Don't sneeze or cough without covering your mouth with
Come on, Nurse Bays.
You know, look, people are nasty.
Come on, Bays RN.
I'd be on the subway and people literally be coughing out into the air. And I'm just like, why are you alive? Like, how did you make it?
Why are you alive
to this big age?
Do you ever wonder, like, okay, this is gonna sound like a high question, but have you guys ever wondered like how humanity actually like got to the point where we're right here? Because when you think about like just how much disease and like how short the lifespan was, and how like dumb people are.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised we made it anywhere and that like we're the dominant species and it's not like monkeys or like crows or like dolphins or some shit, because humans are dumb. But anyway.
I was just talking to my friend yesterday. I could like go on and on about like how many patients think they need to be in the hospital. They're like, I have a fever. And I'm like, yeah, you can manage that at home. You don't have to be here. Like...
Wait, do nurses really be thinking that? Like, take your ass home?
Yes, exactly. There's a whole position. It's called the triage nurse. And if you go to the ER and you talk to the triage nurse about your symptoms, if you straight up tell them you have a fever, they're gonna be like, well, here's what you can do to manage your fever at home. Like, you don't need to be in the hospital. Like, we want to save you $200 for an ER visit. Just go home if you manage it. Like, go to the over the counter. Get yourself some like anti-inflammatory, antipyretic. You'll be fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you guys know, but like lots of people will freak out over the smallest things because they don't know like how their body works.
I don't have enough insurance to be doing all that. That sounds like that's for the blessed. Good for them. I'm glad that they can do that.
Right, because I'm taking my ass to the hospital. Sorry. You're going to deal with my sick.
I can't do that, so I just be at home Googling what my symptoms are and trying to use online doctors.
Listen, if a nurse told me this is how you could take care of your fever at home, I'd be like, okay, well, I'm here now. So what you gonna do?
Wow.
If it were me, I'm like, well, the closest Rite Aid is a block away.
Okay, you got some Rite Aid money? I gave you my hospital money, so...
The pharmacy is in the other side of the building.
Thank you. That's all you have to say. Have a good day.
Anyway.
The black mom jumped out. I'm sorry.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Mother monster.
I don't know if you can claim her right now.
Oh, just kidding.
This ain't gonna be cute.
Okay.
He
like put the claws up and everything.
Standing.
Oh wait, hold on. I take it back. Stephanie Germanotta.
Isn't it Germanotta?
I don't know. I'm not Allie. Allie, yes, Allie.
Wow.
Sorry, go ahead, Maze. What's happening? What did she do now?
What did she do?
Were there...
She worked with R. Kelly in 2013.
Well, you know, as long as there's... If there's 100 people in the room and 99% of those people don't believe in you, all you need is one.
Are you that one?
There's 100 people in a room working with R. Kelly. And one of them decides that there's a problem. That's all you need.
And with that...
So, I don't feel like reading her apology because it really, to me, I'm just gonna say that Lady Gaga finally apologized. She did not acknowledge the fact that she worked with R. Kelly. She worked with him in 2013 with on a song called "Do What You Want," in quotations, with my body. Then did not acknowledge anything like pertaining to his victims, and then Dream Hampton reached out to her to be a part of the documentary, the 6-part documentary, or the 3-part whatever documentary, and she did not answer anything she did not respond. So now that the pressure is on from this, and I think it's like award seasons and all that, she has finally written out an apology.
Oh no!
She said that she's gonna take "Do What You Want" off of iTunes. And yeah, and she did not mention anything about his victims. Yeah.
Okay, I slightly disagree with you. Like, because, like, I understand that to a degree. I will say this. I do think people need to take in consideration that, like, she is a sexual assault victim herself, or like a rape victim herself. And, like, I don't know. I feel conflicted on both ends because I completely agree with everything you just said.
Well, okay.
But I also feel like, to me, like, as an apology, like, it was worded the best I thought it could have been. Like, but then I guess hearing you talk about how she didn't talk about victims and that kind of thing. Yeah, I guess that's it too.
Well, here, I'll just read it. I'll just read what she said. I stand behind these women 1,000%. Believe them, know that they are suffering and in pain, and feel strongly that their voices should be heard and taken seriously. What I'm hearing about the allegations against R. Kelly is absolutely horrifying and indefensible. As a victim of sexual assault myself, I made both the song and video at a dark time in my life. My intention was to create something extremely defiant and provocative because I was angry and still hadn't processed the trauma that had occurred in my own life. The song is called "Do What You Want" with my body. I don't think it's clear how explicitly twisted my thinking was at the time. If I could go back and have a talk with my younger self, I'd tell her to go through the therapy I have since then, so that I could understand the confused post-traumatic state that I was in, or if therapy was not available to me or anyone in my situation, to seek help and speak as openly and honestly as possible about what we've been through. I can't go back, but I can go forward and continue to support women, men, and people of all sexual identities and of all races who are victims of sexual assault. I have demonstrated my stance on this issue and others many times throughout my career. I share this not to make excuses for myself, but to explain. Till it happens to you, you don't know how it feels, but I do know how I feel now. I intend to remove this song off of iTunes and other streaming platforms and will not be working with him again. I'm sorry both for my poor judgment when I was young and for not speaking out sooner. I love you. I just felt like...
I like that apology.
See, I'm not super mad at that. Like...
I didn't. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go first.
I mean, I just felt that she made it about her. And I felt that she made, in a situation where, first of all, you didn't even apologize until after the pressure came down on you over this documentary. So for the past 4 years, you haven't said anything. Or that's not how math works. 5 years. Over 5 years, it's been since that song has come out, and you never felt the need to address it. And like, keep in mind, I don't hate Lady Gaga. Like, I don't really care about her one way or the other. Like, I like some of her stuff, but it's just like, you over these past 5 years have said like nothing about it, and then now all of a sudden, like,
now is when we're talking about it, though. Like,
yeah, but no, now is not. People have been talking about R. Kelly for years.
I understand that, but I'm saying that right now is like, that discourse is way. I'm not making excuses for her, but I'm saying that I'm not. But what I'm saying is right now that, like, the R. Kelly discourse is way more in the forefront of the media as to what it was like last year.
Exactly. And now celebrities have nothing to lose by coming out against him. And now it's actually they have something to lose by not coming out against him.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's very convenient because people have been addressing, like, I remember when this song came out and I remember people being like, Lady Gaga, like, I remember people adding her all over Twitter, on Instagram, like, sis, like, what are you doing? Like, this man, like, has literally, like, abused children. And you're doing a song called Do What You Want With My Body with him.
I guess, no, I don't disagree with you at all, but I guess.
And so
go ahead.
I feel that for her to come out now and talk about it and then to obviously she has a right to process her pain and her experiences in whatever way, you know, but like you still are responsible for the things that you do and the experiences that you have don't negate the hurt that you do to other people. And by doing a song like that, I think that caused harm to his victims. I think that was her saying that, I think that was her like giving him an okay, a thumbs up. And I think sharing her platform with him was just really gross. And I think that she's been aware of it for 5 years. She's been aware of it and has said nothing. I think it's convenient for her to come out now. And I feel like this apology was like literally skimming the bare minimum. I thought that the apology should have been way more about the black girls that were his victims, as opposed to talking about herself and her experiences. And I thought that it was ugly the way she kept emphasizing her youth. Like, Lady Gaga was my age when she did that song. So, for me to, like, for her to be like, oh, like, I was so young. Like, girl, you were in your mid-20s. You're a full-grown woman. Don't emphasize, I don't like people, like, you were, and if you want to be, like, even more, like, you're in the latter half of your 20s. Like, this, I think you talked about this last week, though it didn't make it onto the show, about, like, Britney Spears and, like, the allowances that she gets with, like, because she's a white woman. Mm-hmm. And that's what I think is at play here, is, like, people being like, oh, but, you know, Lady Gaga was so young. And it's just like, she wasn't that young. She was an adult. And I think that a lot of white people are given this allowance of being youthful and young and making youthful mistakes well into adulthood in a way that black people are not allowed. And I just felt like it was all very ugly. I'm not going to be like, oh, fuck Lady Gaga, she's canceled. But I'm also like, not going to be like, oh, wow, thank you for this apology. This was so brave of you.
So I don't feel so I agree with the youthful thing, because I think that's stupid. Like, that's not I think you can say, like, I was dealing with trauma at that time and I obviously processed it in a way that hurt other people. I will say that the apology was partially about her because people were talking about her. So it's like, that's what you have to kind of respond to. Again, I want to emphasize the fact that, like, when you go through trauma like that, you do things that I'm not making excuses. It's just that I can understand being in, like, a weird place and doing some weird shit. Now, we're not working with R. Kelly because that's weird. But the other thing is it's like, to me, it's like, I feel like there's this discussion about, like, what Lady Gaga is doing and why she does and this, and this. And it's like, actually, you know what? I'm not going to say that. I had a point and then I fucking lost it. So let me come back to it, because, I did have a point and I lost it when I was about to say it.
Are you, like, saying, like, maybe that it feels like it's more about, like, Lady Gaga's response as opposed to R. Kelly's actions?
No, that's where I was going to go, but that's not what I originally wanted to say, because people can walk and chew gum at the same time, and I don't want to say people can hold her accountable without holding him accountable. Because that's absolutely not true. I legit just forgot my fucking point.
I like, and the thing is, I empathize with, like, where she was at mentally at the time. Like, sorry, I remember. Sorry, go ahead.
I remember. It's just the fact that, like, sometimes I feel like when people do apologies, it's like, and to me, this felt like a genuine one. Like, I don't understand, like, what people are supposed to do, like, next. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. That's all. It's like, sorry. Go ahead.
See, I would get that if she had apologized last year or the year before. For me, it's just like, it's literally like, it literally took, like, a 6-part documentary, years and years of work from black women to get this story put in this light and given this much attention for you to actually acknowledge that this happened.
But is that not the goal of the work of people to...
It is, but it's like, I'm not going to celebrate you for doing it.
Oh, absolutely not. I don't think we should celebrate anyone for making an apology. I'm not saying we should, like, put her on a pedestal, but I also don't think we should, like, stone her to death for making the apology.
I mean, I don't think you have to go to either extreme. I think it's just like, sis, like, you fucked up and this is not it. Is where I'm at. I'm like, I don't hate her. I'm not canceling her. I'm just like, this is not it.
But, okay, so this isn't it, but what, and we're not going to go back in the past. Yeah, she should have said something a while ago, but what would you want from her now that, like, that's not doing it?
Doing more to elevate the voices of Black women.
And money. Donating money.
Yes. Donating money. Doing more to just elevate them and give them more of a platform, because though this gave them a big platform, she could always help to give emphasize that.
Right.
Just more. A notes app. Apology to me is just.
I just say money because I don't think it's fair to have her like go and relive sexual trauma all the time. But girl, just if that's it, just put money. Give checks. Like give checks to maybe give checks to the people that worked on the documentary. Maybe give checks to actually, I'll talk about this later, but I've actually just looked up some places that you can go to actually help like and volunteer around sexual assault victims and things like that. So maybe like, I mean, I'm the thing is, I'm sure she does, and we just don't know about it. Like, but I mean, but you're right, Base. Like publicly, maybe do stuff like that since you publicly fucked up.
Yeah. That's all I really have to say about it. You saw that she tied with Glenn Close.
Oh, I didn't see that. And
yeah.
So you could say the race
for the Critics' Choice Awards. Yeah. Yeah. She tied at the Critics' Choice Awards with Glenn Close, and who else did? It was fucking what's her name? Is it Amy Adams? For
I didn't look.
Okay, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
I'm out of that tab. But two other women tied for what is it? Not assistant actress. What's it called?
Oh my god! What is it? Supporting actress.
Supporting. There we go.
Assistant actress.
Yeah, for support. I was like, why am I wanting to say assistant? For supporting actress.
I'm dead.
So it just was all around ties. You get a tie. I guess. Let me see. Do I have anything else? Oh, yes. So, is it South Carolina or North Carolina? A trans woman was assaulted in the bathroom by two cis women.
What?
Yeah, she went in the bathroom to check her makeup, and she had to call 911 because these two women came in, and they were mocking her, and they like pulled her breasts out.
What?
They groped her. They followed her out of the bar. She tried to leave. They followed her out of the bar. She also had experienced a sexual assault last year, so she said that this was like extremely triggering for her. And and traumatic in and of itself. But yeah, so she had to call the cops, and it's just interesting that I think, was it North Carolina or South Carolina where it was North Carolina where they were like, they had that anti-trans bathroom bill, and their reasoning behind that is that like trans women were going to be preying on little girls in the bathroom, and it's not. I was going to say it's funny. It's not. It's interesting. It's ironic, I guess, that in fact trans women are and unsurprising as well, that trans women are the ones who actually have to fear cis people in the bathrooms.
Right.
It's just I don't know.
It's tiring.
Just imagine minding somebody else's business that much. Like I can't. Like, could you like? What do you like? Do you have a life? Do you have anything worth living for?
No, they don't. I mean, they're bored, and it's just, that stuff is so gross. It's just like how people can do that to someone else is just I really don't get it. Like that's just.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's gonna cover all of the topics that I had. Unfortunately, I don't know. Maybe I missed something, but I couldn't find too much going on this past week, or maybe I've just been out of the loop. But that wasn't like super political, and I've been so burnt out on politics, which I guess.
I mean, people announce presidency runs. I think, right? Like, didn't it like Kamala Harris and
and like that's been really interesting. The discourse around Kamala Harris, because I was really excited for her. And then I
was gonna say, but
well, but then I've been reading. It's been interesting because it feels like Democrats hate identity politics until like it benefits them getting voted for, and a lot of people are like, oh, we should vote for Kamala because she's half Indian and she's half black and she's a woman and she went to Howard and she's an AKA and and like she's from California and blah blah blah, but she's done a lot of fucked up shit, and like I'm like reading that she pushed to have parents of truant children in schools arrested and put in jail.
What?
Yeah. She, I don't remember like how to exactly word this exactly, but basically in 2014 there was, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was, we had a overpopulation in prisons at the time, and there was a lot of news around that. Do you guys remember that at all?
I think we still do, don't we?
I mean, I'm sure, but I mean, that was when it was like, okay, yikes, we're overpopulated. This is an issue. They were moving, I think certain judges were moving to push for early parole for nonviolent offenders, and Kamala basically blocked that because of the state would lose out on prison labor.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and apparently her nickname was Cop Mala, Top Cop. Like that doesn't sound great at all. She's worked against like Backpage, which is like a place for like sex workers to like safely, ply their trade.
That's so funny because I've heard Backpage is the exact opposite of that.
Well, I've also heard that too, but the thing is, I guess part of it is just that anything can be like, you know what I mean? Like anything can
that's true.
Be like used to like traffic people. So, but that was the issue. That was the whole reasoning, quote unquote, behind them shutting down the connection pages on Craigslist. But we also know that was a way for sex workers to feel safer about doing their job. But yeah, so she did that, and I'm just reading about like all these ways in which she has basically not really been for people of color, for poor black and brown people. And the more I read, the less of a fan I become, and I think I'm nervous because I feel like we could potentially, I mean, there's a bunch of people that have announced their runs, but like we could potentially have another Hillary situation.
I was just about to say that is my worst fear. But here's the thing. I have a feeling that from now on, that's going to happen with literally every single presidential candidate that we get. Like, I think that's going to happen with every single person because there is not one, quote, good politician. Mm-hmm. And, like, my worry is that, like, to me, the only reason people were as excited about Obama as they were, it was because Twitter and the internet weren't as big of a thing as it is now. Because people would have found stuff or whatever, and like, voting records and things like that. And like, I'm not, and again, this isn't to excuse what she did at all. Cause I agree with actually everything Bae said, cause I was kind of made aware of some of that stuff. But it's like, I'm worried that like, it's not possible to like be excited about a candidate anymore. Like, because for every person that I see, like, for example, like, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, like for every 10 tweets or something that I see of people like loving her on the timeline, there's like, I see like 3 more of like all of these things apparently that like it's not good about her, and like and it's just, I don't know, sometimes I even feel like confused about as to like who I'm even supposed to throw support behind, because it's like, because there's so much information coming at everyone at once. Like, I was like, I don't know. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to be excited about Kamala Harris until, you know, recently too, and all this stuff is coming out. So it's just like, I'm generally confused that there's not, and worried that there's not like a front runner or like someone who's like clear.
Well, I think so. Somebody pointed that out because somebody was like, you know, it's so sad because I feel like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is like being built up as this, you know, this like great leader, like she's this amazing person, but I feel like she's going to get torn down. And somebody pointed out, they were like, well, she's not a celebrity. She works for us. And it's up to us to make sure that she does her job. And if she fucks up, that affects people's lives.
Absolutely.
So we have to be on top of them, and we have to drag them when they need to be dragged, because they're not celebrities. They're here they're the decisions that they make affect people's lives. And I was like, that's real. Like and so I think part of it is we need to change the way that we look at politicians as like our saviors are like these amazing people, and more like these people that work for us. And if they don't do things that harm us, we got to call it out. We got to address it. And, you know, and if somebody else is no, that's not the way I want to go with that sentence. Let me rewind it back. But just, we have to hold them accountable. And so if you are just giving us someone who's like not showing that they actually care about their constituents, then, you know, as Hillary Clinton did, then what you're going to have is you're going to have people who are disenchanted and don't want to vote. And you can't keep getting mad at people not wanting to vote if you keep putting politicians out that aren't really about shit.
No, that's not.
Like,
I know.
yes.
I agree with you, but what I'm saying is, I'm saying that I don't think there is one that's not shit. Is my point? Is like, and like that worries me. Like, I don't know who. Yeah. Like, I think we're supposed to hold people accountable, absolutely, but I don't know who that even is. Like, I don't know who that is. You know, like,
I mean, and that's real. And sometimes we do have to choose the lesser of two evils. But the thing is, I'm tired of that evil always being closer to the Republican side, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And I think that that's a point where we have to have people that are really going to get in there and fight. I mean, like I said last week, Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez is just saying real shit that any other person walking down the street is saying. Mm-hmm. But she's saying it as a politician now. And you've seen the discourse, the public discourse move and shift as she's saying things.
Absolutely. I guess.
And so that's what we need. I mean, is there going to be anybody that's perfect? Is there going to be anybody who's like not, like Beto O'Rourke, I think is like pro-Israel. And I think like, you know, like I'm sure Stacey Abrams has some shit going down. And like, I know that, what's her name? Bottoms, who's like the mayor of Atlanta. I've heard some shit about her. Like everybody like is a part of the system. They're going to have some shit. Yeah, it's just what it is. But I think we've got to stop like lionizing people, and we have to get to a point where we're holding everyone accountable. And I think the issue with like Hillary Clinton, for example, is people were like, oh, like you can't talk about her because she's better than Trump. And that's what we need. And it's like, if we keep doing that and we keep having that same mindset, that's how we got to Trump. And I think that's how we're going to continue that's how he'll get reelected. Though I don't think that he will, because everything going on right now is like not going in his favor. But yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
John.
No, I agree. That's I was just going to say, I feel like with politics, it's always been the lesser of two evils, for me at least. Like, no one is absolved of anything because, yeah, nobody's perfect. You just have to kind of weigh it out. And I think that's what makes it important to read up before voting, because there's a lot of things that I didn't know this either. It's news to me now that I wasn't supposed to be excited about Kamala, but
I mean, y'all can still be excited. I'm just telling you why.
But I can't be as excited as I want to be.
But that's what I mean. On like a practical level, like that affects people's enthusiasm. That makes people not excited.
It's like a reluctant vote or a reluctant like fill in the dot.
And like, I understand what you're saying, and nothing you're saying is wrong whatsoever, but that also creates voter apathy too. Like when people are like, well, fuck, everyone's trash. And it's
exactly.
Like, and it's like, I don't know. And the thing is, I'm not asking for a solution. I don't know what the solution to the problem is, because it's like the people that you do get excited about, like, you know, aren't great. Or, you know, and it's like, and I feel like if like Baze, you were to go into politics, like, people would be like, you're trash too for something. And it's just like, that's...
But it would be based on my voting history. It wouldn't be based on, I just don't like you.
No, I know, but it's like, no, I know. But I'm saying like, because a lot of people are like one issue voters, it makes it very complicated because of like what people care about and like what is prioritized on people's list. Like, that's why I'm saying politics is like super confusing and like really nuanced and all that shit. Anyway, running out of time, but we can talk about it another day.
Yeah, we can. This is a long discussion that probably should have more time dedicated to it. Rakeem, did you want to?
Yeah, I'll just talk about it a little bit. So last week, I was not on the Minutes of Color section, and the reason for that is because we record earlier now, and after we recorded, we had to re-record one section, and after that time, I went to a massage or a masseuse, because I wanted to celebrate having a successful work event and my back was hurting. And that masseuse, thought it would be a good idea to sexually assault me for an hour, or 40 minutes. And I paid for an hour, overcharged for an hour actually. So, the long story short is I went in, she did things she wasn't supposed to do. She massaged my butt area for like way longer than she was supposed to do. Then she tried to like insert her finger inside and like turn me around. And like, then she I'm laying down with my head looking up, like at this, like my eyes like towards the ceiling, and like she like leans over me to like massage like my like thigh area, but like puts like her breasts like over my face and like rubs them, and then like rubs down my leg, and then like it like reaches the towel and like grabs it and like starts like moving and like groping. And at that point I kind of like am like freaking out, and I'm like moving because I've mentioned before that I've been assaulted before on the show, and I kind of like freaked out and froze. And then she said something like, oh, like, you don't want a girlfriend, or like, are you married or something like that? Like, do you not want me, or do you not want it, or something like that? And I was just like, no, I'm gay. Like, and she goes, oh, are you sure? And then she like grabbed it again. And like, then I don't know. And the rest was kind of just like a blur. She walked out the room after that. And then I just kind of got dressed. It's kind of a blur, but a lot of stuff happened. And like, so because of that, I wasn't on the show, and I wanted to talk about it on the show because I didn't report it or the place that it was, because I felt like at the time, like, I'm this 5'10", 215-pound black man, and I go to this, to these people and who are probably going to be straight, and I say, like, this woman sexually assaulted me. She's like, like 4'10" and like, small, and Asian woman who like doesn't speak English well, and people are gonna look at me like I'm crazy. So I'm just like, whatever. And at first when it happened, I kept thinking like I wasn't gonna say anything, like I was making a big deal out of it. It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe I'm just like overreacting. Like maybe I should have like said something different or whatever. And I like got in my head about it, and like I don't know. And like I like got home, took a shower, like I immediately like felt gross, like and honestly I've still been kind of like struggling with it. Like my body feels weird, and like I don't know. I haven't felt like I've been like myself. Like I feel. I don't know. I've lost. We're gonna talk about part of this in the discourse, but like I've lost weight, and the way people have been like treating me has been kind of weird, and this is something that I don't know. You don't ever get used to that. Like people have just, and like I went to a bar like 2-3 weeks ago, and like some guy literally like stuck his hand in my shirt and like grabbed my, like it's just like the point is. It's never okay to touch someone without their permission. It is never okay to grope someone without their permission. It is never okay to to put your hands or mouth or anything on anyone without their permission. And it's never okay to assume. And I don't care if you think you're being funny. I don't care if you think it's a joke. I don't care if you're drunk. I don't care if you're high. I don't care if you're crossfaded. I don't give a fuck. You can be dating the person. If they tell you no, you stop. And it's not okay. And it's not okay for people to keep doing this to black men too, because it's like we have Ed Buck fucking killing people. And then we have people doing shit like this to black people in gay spaces all the time, and no one cares. And now we die, and no one cares because people look at us like we're like these walking sex objects, and that's not fair, and it's not okay. And we're people, and it needs to fucking stop. So if you do that to people in your life, and if you do that to the black people in your life, and you need to really re-examine what that is and why you do that, and it's gross. And for anyone that has dealt with that, I'm sorry. And I guess I wanted to say that it's okay to not be okay, because I'm not okay. And hopefully you have a support system, and I'm very, very blessed and fortunate to have a support system and to be able to go to therapy and afford it. And I thank God for that. But I for anyone that doesn't, you're more than, I'll try to put some resources. Sorry, I'm getting flustered. I'll try to put some resources in the link. Yeah, I just think that it's better that we can talk about this kind of stuff, because so many people don't talk about it because people will look at us crazy, or people look at us like we're supposed to like it because we're gay or something, and that's not okay. So I just wanted to say that, and hopefully someone could receive it.
Thank you for sharing, Rakeem.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah, shit happens.
All right, so we're gonna be back with the Dixcast. Just over here discoursing about the real reason we work out. There was a
body,
tweet.
yaddy.
Body, yaddy.
Category is body. Sexy body.
Yeah, so Rakeem. Lord Jesus.
Sweetie.
Rakeem. Renee posted on his Instagram story a tweet that was like, I wish people would be more honest about why it is that they work out, and stop pretending that it's this holistic health journey thing, Lord Jesus, I can talk.
Does anyone have the copy of the
I'm trying to find it right now.
Yeah, because I don't have it, and the stories are all gone now.
How do you spell journeys?
Giornis?
I'm sure. Woo, Chile.
DiGiorno.
I'm trying to find the tweet because it was something like, I wish the gays were more honest about their fitness journeys being about it was about their fitness journeys, and
it was just people it was basically calling out people for being fake and saying oh, I'm doing this for it's a journey and it's a health thing and blah blah blah, and I'm just trying to be healthy and I'm just trying to get my mind right, and in reality you're just trying to get access and have
okay, here it is, I found it.
You found it, good.
I just want gay men to be honest with themselves that their fitness journeys are not for health or personal growth, but a way to gain access to societal privileges associated with being high and sexual access to other fit men. LOL. You want to be one of the guys standing in line on the beach in, is it Mykonos? Just say that. I'm not saying you can't do it. Just stop bullshitting us. Oh my God. Okay.
Wait, is that the full tweet?
There's 3 tweets, and so that was
shit! I didn't see. I only saw the first part. That last part about Mykonos. Woo.
So
okay, that's how you throw a party on Mykonos.
I'm too poor to even know where that is. So
it's in Greece.
Greece.
As I said, I'm too poor. But thank you. Wow.
Okay, so how do we feel? How are we feeling?
John, do you want to go first?
Yeah, that's tea.
Yeah, because we all go to the gym.
Yeah. That's tea for sure. I mean, yes, I do go. For me personally, I do feel better. If I don't go, I feel like I'm sort of sluggish. Like even when I go to work, I'll feel a little slower. That's why I like to go before work, because I feel more productive. Like my energy level's up, my endorphins up. But bottom line, I'm not gonna lie. Like it makes me feel good if I can look a certain way, and I know that looking a certain way gets you access to certain things. And not even just like access to like, I'm not even talking about Mykonos or anything to that extreme. I just meant like people's attention and people's desirability. Like I know I'm more desirable to some people if I look a certain way. To be blunt, I want to be desired. So, I don't know. I think that tweet is very, it's tea for sure.
It's tea for sure.
It's tea. Yeah.
That's tea, actually.
That's tea, actually.
Shut it. Oh my god.
That's my new favorite video. I love it.
Tea, actually. I love it.
That's tea, actually.
Wait, I don't know what that is, but now I feel done. Send it to me.
Okay, I will. It's great. I don't know where it's from, but I love it.
What are y'all's thoughts?
I mean, so yeah, it's interesting, John, because I think that I don't disagree, and I'm kind of on the same page as you. Is that like, it's funny because for me, like, I lost weight like recently, and like, it's funny because like, I didn't notice it because I see myself every day, but like, people started telling me around like November that like, oh, like, did you lose weight and that kind of thing. And then it's like, I started noticing like, just like certain like people. So like around that time, like when I was on the apps, like I just noticed that like certain people, like types of people were like messaging me like, and like, so I definitely got a lot more like fit people that were like messaging me like first, and like, and if I responded, like they would, and like, and I sent them pictures, like they didn't like block me and stuff like that, which was like really weird. And I'm not saying that as like it's an accomplishment or anything like that. It's just, it was just new for me. So I was like, okay. Yeah. And then I realized that like, I noticed like people like obviously starting to like look at me like in person a certain kind of way. And like, then like when I would go to bars, people would like be like touchy and stuff, which I don't like, but like people would, be all that kind of stuff. And it's like, then when I had like 2 weeks off of work, I went to the gym every day. Cause at this point it's like a habit. If I could go, I go, cause it's a habit and I enjoy going. And yeah, like it's interesting kind of like getting the like access to those things, because it's fun. Cause I know at one point, like I wanted them, like for sure. And like, and I think everyone has to be honest with themselves. Everyone like no one, I don't think, like wants to feel unattractive or like wants to feel like they're not wanted. And I think what's really interesting about it is it's like going to the gym and having a body that's considered more conventionally attractive and fit is like what we all have to like strive for, or like rather like what we all think we have to strive for. And it's funny because like even though all this attention and stuff is happening, it's kind of annoying, to be honest with you, because it's almost kind of like, I don't, and that's even like a privilege to say, but cause to me it was like, okay, when I was thicker, or I'm still thick, but when I had like more weight on me and like I had like more fat on me, like I'm the same bitch. I'm the same person. Personality is the same. I still am talented. Like I still do all this stuff. And yet now you only want to talk to me because like my body looks a certain way. And then like that just like pissed me off, because it's just, I don't know. I just got to really realize that like how much like pretty privilege and like how people perceive you as attractive, like how much that really, really affects how people like treat you, like especially in the gay world. Like it's insane. And then I'm realizing like there are so many people that are doing so many things that don't know what the fuck they're doing, and it's legit because someone wants to fuck them. Like that's crazy to me. And I'm still trying to even like figure out like what that is. But to answer the question simply, like, do I know that I benefit like from these societal things when I go to the gym and all of that stuff, and my body is shaping like to be in a more like fit way? Yes. Like, but I don't want to get like too there. I'm actually pretty great with where I am because I like being thick and having like a little fat on me. But anyway, yeah.
Base.
Me? I mean, listen, I've always tried to be honest about why I go to the gym. And for me, it's visibility, access, and ego, I would say. Visibility, because I mean, I know what it feels like to go somewhere and be black in a space where people don't find you attractive. You don't exist. And I don't like not existing, so I do like visibility because I don't necessarily want to say I don't ever feel invisible, but I am less likely to feel invisible. For me, access, because people want to be next to people that they think are attractive. So sometimes, I mean, and there's a downside to that because sometimes you don't necessarily know whether people like actually want to be around you or whether they want to be around you because they think you're gonna fuck them. You know, and I've definitely been, I mean, Rakeem talked about that a little bit at the end of the last section, but you know, there's a lot of times when it's very clear somebody's only interacting with me because they want to have sex with me.
Yeah.
And it's just like, sex with me ain't gonna happen.
Oh my God.
Sex with me. And then they disappear.
Girl, learn the melody.
Girl. Choke. Anyway. So anyway, yeah, that's a little Rihanna and Beyonce for that ass. Para da culo.
Oh my.
Why don't you just accept the fact that I do Duolingo now, and so I can speak Spanish? Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Stop.
Oh God. So yeah, but that's really big. Like, you know, sometimes I know people only interact with me. Sometimes people like get me into things. Sometimes I get invited to things just because like people think I'm attractive, and I know, and I'm aware of that. And then the ego part is, I like attention. You know, I completely enjoy attention, and that's the honest truth. I love going places and having guys staring at me. I like, for the most part. Obviously, I have my days when I'm not into it, like the gym a lot of mornings. But even then, even then, sometimes I go to the gym and I'm just like, you know, it's like a little morning, like a little bit of coffee in the morning. You know what I mean? A little booster. You know, having guys staring at you when you go places. And going into a club and like being like stared at by multiple guys, or like having a guy approach you, even if nothing's gonna happen, but just knowing that like somebody wants to talk to you, it's just like, you know, it's nice. It feels good. I think there can be a problem if like that's like the only source of a confidence that you get, but like, yeah, it feels good. And I try to be honest about that because I really don't care about health or being strong or any of that stuff.
Oh wow!
I mean, I want to be healthy, but like I 90% of why I go to the gym is not because of my health. Like I like.
Oh yeah.
Me, like, I mean, I talk about this with my friend Kirk all the time because he's a trainer. He's always like, strength and flexibility is so important. And I'm just like, girl, how do I get my ass to stay a little bit higher? Like, that's the real T. Okay,
I'm dead.
That's T.
T actually.
I was like, how do I get that? How do I get that little cut underneath my titties? You know what I mean?
Dead.
How do I get that V a little bit deeper? That's what I'm here for. I don't give a fuck about flexibility or none of that shit.
That's so funny. The reason I started going to the gym was because my doctor was like, so look, here's this chart. It says you're about to have high cholesterol and diabetes in about 1 year if you don't go. So would you like to do that? Or I said, okay, so which one would you recommend? It's okay. Well,
which one would you recommend?
Essentially what he told me was you've been eating like a Southern nigga, and your body's not cut out for that. So you're going to need to fix that shit up. But in going, like, I actually do kind of like the feeling of like being able to like do more than like I've been able to. So the first time in my life, I did like a machine with like all of the weight like put on there, and it was still not heavy, and I was like, yeah.
Come on, maxing out, daddy.
Like, so I was like, come on in the room, bitch. And like my singlets are like fitting like the way that they're like supposed to. Like I'm recording one like right now. So it's just like that kind of stuff. And I fit into clothes that like I haven't fit in like since college. Like, and like that kind of stuff makes me feel like really, really good. I don't care about numbers. Like I literally do not know how much I weigh right now. Like I don't care about the numbers, but I do like the feeling of like getting up in the morning and feeling energetic and like all that stuff and whatever. Like if niggas didn't talk to me, that would be great. But like, I actually do. I mean, part of it is the societal things at all, but I actually do enjoy the fact that I can like do that now or whatever. I'm becoming one of those people. Oh God.
I mean, I mean, that's real too. Like, I think that's part of why I do cardio. I've always like implemented cardio in my workouts because I know that it's good for your heart. But I mean, again, the 90% of that is just like, cause I know it cuts fat. So.
Cardio can choke. I haven't been on a treadmill once.
Well, it's good for your heart, sis. Just saying.
So is a glass of red wine a day, and I'll do that.
Is it? I keep going back and forth on that.
Oh,
I've heard like it speeds up your death.
Oh, I mean, I'm doing a lot of things that will speed up my death. So.
Okay, well, live your life. But yes, you should do a little bit of cardio, just not to lose weight, but just to get your heart pumping.
I do the exercise bike. I hate cardio. I'll lift shit until the day is done. But bitch, ask me to run.
do like 5 minutes of hit. Just do 5 minutes of hit. Just do 15 seconds sprints, 30-second rest, and do it for 5 minutes.
It's a no for me, dog. But
Rakeem and I are like,
who said that?
No, I appreciate the tips. Maybe I'll think about it and try it.
John ain't gonna never do it because I was in the gym with him and I told him you should do this. And he ain't never listened to me. So
who?
John.
Me.
Who? Sorry,
John.
Oh, John. Oh.
Yeah. I'll do it this year. Okay, I'll run. It's still January.
Girl, just do it for a minute. Just do it for a solid 69 seconds. That's how math works.
And then that's
59 seconds. Sorry.
I mean, this is a.
What'd you say?
Will me running for just 60 seconds off? Because I'll do that.
Just do it. Just do it. It's building yourself up.
Yeah. Start with the 60 seconds, and then the next thing you'll have 120 seconds.
No. You can start with the 60 seconds and then stay there.
Okay. Well, or you can just not do it at all.
Even better. Whoa, Shando. Whoa.
But see, I think this is an example of like, we know that it's good for us, but we do things that we know, like we cater it to what we want. Right. And I think the whole discourse of this tweet was that like, let's just be honest about what is going on here. Like, and it's true. Yes. Exercise and regular fitness programs do have links to, mental health and, fixing like where your brain chemical imbalances and with endorphins and things like that. But like, I think if we're honest with ourselves, we know the other, aside from health benefits, like the societal benefits it provides people. And so I think that's what the whole discourse is about, is just being honest about what, and I think the backlash of what happened was that a lot of people that were responding to the tweet were people, specifically white gays with like visible abdominal muscles, were just responding and saying, well, this tweet doesn't apply to me because I'm doing it for my mental health. Like, girl, just be real with us. Like, you're the girl at the circuit party who's like, who can even be at the circuit party in the first place because of the way you look. You know what I mean? And so, like, I don't know.
Did y'all see, Baze, did you see that tweet? I forgot, John, you don't Twitter. Baze, did you see that tweet about the chunkiness thing? Did you see that?
No.
Okay. Well, those of you that saw it.
Oh, that one gay that called himself chunky?
Yes. Like,
I just stopped retweeting stuff like that because I was just like, they're just going to keep doing it.
Like, I mean, I just thought that might be, like, interesting to bring up really quick just because it was just, like...
Yeah, go for it.
So, John, there was this guy on Twitter. Oh, my God, am I blocked?
Ooh.
Oh. Well.
Well, never mind. I'm blocked, I think. So, maybe I can't read the tweet.
Did you retweet him?
No, his tweets are protected. Okay, thank you.
Oh,
there we go. No, but it was saying something like, I like copied his caption and like reposted it, but it was him saying something like, this was like me at my chunkiest, and or like, this is me embracing my chunkiness or whatever. And it was literally like white gay, like no body fat, like body hair, like conventionally attractive, like white guy with beard, dark hair, like exactly what you would think of, you know, he's like skinny, but he doesn't have abs, but he's not fat. He's just skinny without abs. And so he was talking about like chunkiness, and like everyone was dragging because they were just like, girl, I mean, I normally don't participate in that, but like this was too funny. And it was just like everyone was like going off because I feel like there was something that happened in like the collective conscious of like the gay hive mind in late 2018 where everyone just snapped and they're just like, we are not allowing people to appropriate like the word thick and chunky anymore. And I applaud everyone for it because go the fuck off. So,
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, the gays on Twitter I think they court controversy at this point. Like, two today have been like thirsting after Jeffrey Dahmer all over my timeline.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, Twitter is a hellhole.
No, one brown boy was like, ooh, I know he liked brown boys. I was like,
whoa.
Okay. So
no.
Wow.
Find Christ.
Yeah. People keep calling themselves fat or chunky, or one dude was like calling himself caramel and dark skin, and he was like a white Latino. The girls just be wilding, and I don't know. Yeah. Anyway.
And also, lastly, fat is not an insult. Just for people, just to let you know, fat is not bad. So.
So I guess we covered all of our bases.
Bases?
Bases?
Yeah. Bases.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. Any final thoughts?
No. I mean, okay. Just be honest with yourself. You look good. Good for you. And, don't knock anyone else out for it.
And just let people live their lives, and stop telling people that you're concerned about their health. You're not. That's all.
Yes.
Exactly. A lot of these muscle gays be the most unhealthy bitches out there.
Period.
They be snorting coke and
what?
No, there's nothing. No, look. Everybody live their life, but they be out here snorting coke off each other's dicks, GHB,
girl,
like Molly, and that look, have a good time.
No, you're right.
Have a good time. I enjoy other people having a good time, but what I'm saying is, we out here putting drugs in our body, alcohol, weed. People be doing all kinds of shit, and ain't nobody worried about nobody's health as long as they have abs. But if they don't have abs, then it's like, oh, bitch, like, what are you doing? Like, you're so your heart's gonna stop, bitch. Your heart is gonna stop. You're gonna overdose, bitch.
Girl. Yeah, I've been around some of these people, and I'm like, I'm over here, like, reaching for the donut. Like, I'm really hungry. I'm going to eat this. I was like, do you guys want any? Like, no, I'm on a diet. And then, like, later on, like, doing a whole eighth.
I'm on a
someone's
GHB
dick
cleanse
in the bathroom. Like, girl, really? Okay.
I'm on a GHB cleanse. Yeah, it's this new thing. It's taking Hollywood by storm. You just take GHB every day, and then you don't get hungry at all. You don't feel any hunger, and you just starve.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Okay. Chile, like a man, a man. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. And a man.
Speaking.
Yeah. No last thoughts. Okay. So, Rakeem, I don't know why I wanted to call you Jaheim. Lord Jesus, I am like.
You call me my damn name today? Fuck.
Girl.
Rakeem, Jaheim.
What me? I don't know. Anyway,
yes, you're better at the outro than I am, so hit it, sister.
Okay. Okay. Why did I see a tweet that SZA and Alicia Keys are going to be on a song together?
Ooh, Jesus, that's too much. No.
Ooh, man.
The screeching that has.
Anyway.
Could you imagine,
no.
Alicia Keys screeching in SZA's accent?
And the world is on fire, on the world is on fire.
Give it away what I feel.
I keep on falling. Yeah.
Can get in the way of what I feel for you.
Ooh, for you. You are going to kiss me like you will never see me again. Yeah.
What song is that?
Alicia Keys'. I was remixing Alicia Keys songs, but with SZA's accent.
Oh, got it.
My voice, teenage lover. Yeah. My voice.
Okay. John's like, I have to go to work.
Okay, anyway. So, thank you for listening to this episode of Podcast of Color. You can follow us on Twitter at Trash of Color and everywhere else at Podcast of Color. Be sure to leave comments on our iTunes and rate and subscribe. And actually, when you guys listen, download the episodes too. Listening to them doesn't actually count the number. You have to download the episode. Make sure you do that. Yeah, if you didn't know, you have to download the episode. Other than that, if you have any honey roast or questions, send them to podcastofcolor@gmail.com, and we will see y'all next week.
This podcast is executively produced by Aaliyah J. Daniels, LaShawn McGee, Damian Pelliccioni, Christopher Rodriguez, John Kagandahan, Hakeem Cunningham, Baze White, and Renee Hernandez.